Phantom power usually is a good thing. It good to power microphones and stuff. Oops. And here I was about to freak out. So, let's see. Black XLC's here. Kyle Hunter's here. Don't de-rock me, Riz. Hello, are you there? Random guy. Chad Boston. Got some new folks on here this evening that I am not familiar with. And there's Alan. No hair. Yes, neither do I. But that's okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Random guy. This is the first on the docket with a question. Says, is the Lions 6 Spider 5 a bad amplifier? It, depends on what you're using it for, really. They're, as modeling amps go, they're probably one of the more popular ones out there, though the Boss Katanas seem to have surpassed it. But yeah, no, I think they're fine. They're great. They're great modeling amps. I don't know that I'd be playing any live shows with them or anything, but good modeling amplifier with lots of effects and lots of options and different types of amplifiers to sound like and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think they're great for all that. Nothing wrong with them at all, actually. So the Spider, I've beat up on the Spider 2s before here on my channel, but because the Spider 2s I didn't care for much. The Spider 3s I don't think were much better. But the Spider 4s came around a little bit, and the Spider 5s, the current version, I think is actually pretty good. Wednesday Store is with us this evening. Welcome to you. Amp guitar pedal you sold the most in your Guitar Center days. Ooh. Man, that is a good question. And it's a tough question to answer because, I made a lot of my living by selling used gear. And, there's especially our store, we had a big used market and big vintage market. So for things, used Les Pauls, used Gibsons of any kind, used Marshalls, things like that. I would say that kind of stuff is probably what I sold the most of. So, new, on the other hand, if you include the holiday season, I probably sold more Yamaha acoustics. FG700S is probably more than anything. If you exclude the holiday season, man, I don't know. I am not sure. Sold a lot of Schecters, sold a lot of LTDs, a lot of Fenders, a lot of Gibsons, a lot of Gretsch, a lot of Ibanez, stuff like that. So, it's tough to pinpoint exactly what I sold the most of, but it was never about which quantity, what brand I sold the most of. It was always more about for me it was more about getting the customer the right piece of gear in their hands, and sometimes I was able to steer that in the right direction. Sometimes it didn't matter what I did because it was coming back anyway, just because some people are pickier than they need to be. But what do you do? That's the world we live in. Random guy says, are Gibsons worth the risk? With brands out there like 10S Guitars and Harley Benton and really even like the like the SX guitars and the Harley, not the Harley Bentons, I already mentioned them, but the like the Hardlock Kings, are Gibsons worth the risk? Yeah, I don't know what the risk would be. They're inexpensive made guitars, but for the same money that you could buy buy a fake Gibson for, you can get one of those other brands that are you know, especially the Harley Bentons and the 10S guitars. Seems like, I mean, those brands are far and away the you know, far superior in quality to anything that, you know, any fake Gibson out there. So, you know, are they worth the risk? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I own a couple. You guys know that, but you know, would I spend my money on another one with those other brands out there? No. Mm. As I consume my e-cig. Let's see. There is one. And bear with me a moment here, folks. I'm just going through some quick settings. Okay. Alrighty. Check one more thing over here. Looks like everything is as it should be. I'll turn on my monitors real quick. There we go. And maybe not. Now I got an echo. I'm going to turn that back off. So, got some new studio monitors this week. That here, I'll see if I can see if this works. I don't know if it will or not. Maybe not. Okay, that's not going to work with this cheap webcam. But, yeah, I got a pair of Cali Audio. Oops. Got a pair of Cali Audio LP6 studio monitors that are pretty awesome. Very, very awesome, actually. I'm very happy with them so far. And for budget studio monitors are probably the best buy on the market today. So, let's see. Michael D8393 has joined us this evening. A good office foot. Take out my orange rocker through too. Okay. So the Indiana Guitar Expo guitar show was today, which is where I spent my afternoon, and went down there with a buddy of mine, and my lovely bride joined us, and I decided, I don't know if you guys remember that the Vester Concert 2 guitar that I did a video of, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, that I've had for a while. I haven't played it much, and you know, it's a great guitar. You know, basically, you know, neck through, super strat, shred machine kind of thing, and you know, like it's a great guitar, and I do really, really enjoy it. I just don't play it much, so I decided to take it down there, and but nobody would bite, unfortunately, you know, because they're, you know, it's a very, very obscure guitar, and you know, they were obscure even when they were new back in the early 90s, but they're very obscure, unfortunately. So nobody would bite. Nobody would bite. But I did not walk away empty-handed, as I am now the proud owner of this fancy MXR dime bag distortion pedal that I'm looking forward to demoing on my channel soon. I think Sean Pierce Johnson actually demoed this pedal on his channel a long time ago, like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I always really, really liked the sound of it in his demo, and always, you know, was real impressed with just how much it actually sounds like Dimebag. So and his guitar tone. So I'm going to do a demo of that here in the next couple of weeks. So, and David Gabe, if you happen to see this video, I know you're probably not with us here this evening, but if you happen to see this video, no, that pedal is not for sale. As David Gabe tries to buy just about every pedal that I demo on my channel. Let's see. What else we got? Have you tried the Sonic Cake Black Hammer pedal by chance? I've heard good things about it. I'm not the least bit familiar with that pedal. I know the brand is, I think they're one of those more inexpensive pedal brands that seem to be sold on Amazon, but that's really the extent of my knowledge on anything of theirs. So I don't know the first thing about it. That question was from Russell Rayborn, by the way. Looks like he just joined us here a little bit ago. Rick Hefner has joined the fray. And Park is correct. He is planning on sending me more pedals to demo. So I am very, very curious and excited to see what it is that that he sends me. So I don't know what it's going to be. But the last couple of pedals that he sent me, I've actually been been really impressed with. So I am looking forward to more. But I'll check into the Sonic Cake, the Black Hammer. What is it? I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Like I said, I don't know the first thing about that pedal. I'm very only vaguely familiar with the brand. Alan Scherer says, what is your opinion of the Rat distortion pedal? It seems to give that tone from the 70s. You know, Rat pedals are another one of those pedals that I absolutely hate. I mean, it's kind of somewhere on the border between distortion and fuzz, and they're just not my thing. They're just not my thing. However, don't hold me to that opinion, because I just filmed a video this week that is going to contradict everything that I just said. It's not on the Rat pedal, and I don't want to spoil what it is on until it goes live, but it is very, very similar. So I would say, keep your eyes peeled for a video, not this coming week, but the week after. I will say I'm now a little more open-minded to them than I once was. So, for what that's worth. Peter D-Bad just popped in there. Thought there was, there wasn't a live stream this morning, and because I was at the Indiana Guitar Show this afternoon, and so there wasn't a live stream going on when I have been doing them lately. But that said, I decided that I would, for all intents and purposes, turn on the camera here this evening and hang out with you guys here for just a bit. So before I have to get too crazy and go to bed. So Carlos says, hey Robert, I got that Dean Z with the V-neck and it's great. I love it. If it weren't such a soft V, I probably wouldn't like it so much, but way more comfortable than the fast necks most have. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that you're enjoying it. I really like the V-neck on my Razorback that I have. Really, really like that. Really like that neck. Janice Lala has joined us this evening. Welcome, Janice. See, it has Russell Rayborn says it has. You believe? I believe. I'm assuming is what that's supposed to be. Three basic effects: delay, chorus, overdrive. I believe also they have a more rock tone pedal. I believe one of the two has a noise gate as well. Supposedly good for going light. What's this thing called? The square hand or the black hammer? Let me Google this thing real quick. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, it's one of those multi pedals. Not like a multi effects, but a one of the latest things seems to be to take 3 or 4 pedals and basically weld them all together. Essentially, is really how that works. So that one looks like it's got a. If I can find a decent view of the front panel. Delay, chorus, high gain, and a boost. So looks like 4 effects in one. Interesting. Interesting. No, I don't know. No, I haven't tried it. A lot of the multi effects things aren't really my thing, but I'm open minded. I'd give it a shot once, just for kicks. Alan Cherry says, "Have you tried the 88 flanger?" I have not, unfortunately. The ADA, if it's my understanding anyway, make really really good stuff, but I have not crossed paths with one, so. Give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to get caught up in the chat. You guys are typing faster than I can read. Yeah, we do got to hit the hay on a Sunday evening. So we got home from the guitar show, I don't know, about 5 o'clock or so. And I got changed into my Sunday couch attire and turned on the Masters, even though I had already heard who won. Matter of fact, I've still got it on here in the background behind me. But watched Tiger do his thing. Took my traditional Sunday afternoon nap, and now I'm sitting here hanging out with you guys. So, Janice Lawless says, "Do you like the G&L tribute Fallout?" I don't know that I've seen that one. Another Google search. Oh, I see what it looks like. A sort of, almost like an offset body, but not quite. Maybe. Huh, kind of cool. Was it a short scale? G&L based on G&L SE2, based on introduced in '83. Let's see. For all, just glancing at it anyway, it looks like. I was wondering what the scale length on that one is, because it looks like a short scale, like a 24-inch. So, yeah, interesting guitar. Kind of a offset looking thing with a soap bar in the neck position, a humbucker in the bridge. Looks like a smaller body kind of guitar. Yeah, kind of interesting. Not my thing, but yeah, they look pretty sharp. Even the tribute, even the G&L import, even the tribute series are great guitars. Absolutely great guitars. I wouldn't be afraid to buy any of them. The quality of even the import stuff is very, very top notch. So, You know, and what are they, you know, what most of them, and what they only cost, you know, what most of them like $500-600. So you know they're not expensive at all. Let's see. Brandon C has joined us. Says, "Is your Razorback USA or Korean?" Mine's a Korean one. I have the 10K commemorative model, which is the silver one that they did with the diamond plated pick guard. That was kind of a limited edition kind of thing, and I bought it at the time because you know when I first saw it, it was really cool, and I was a Guitar Center at the time, so you know we had one hanging on the wall, and I was able to buy it at a very good price with my employee discount. And now, you know, last time I looked them up on eBay, it looks like they're actually worth more now than they were when they were new. So I didn't see that happening, but cool guitar, but you know it's a big body. You know those Razorbacks are giant sized bodies. Pardon me. Wednesday Store says, "What is your bass guitar rig?" My bass guitar rig is an acoustic B450 210 combo, and right now the only bass that I own is my 1978 BC Rich NJ Series Eagle bass, which is a made in Japan neck through Eagle bass. Basically, is what that is. And that was the first bass I ever bought, and the one that I will never get rid of because I absolutely love that instrument. And it plays great, it sounds great, and that's really the extent of my bass rig. You know, I put a couple of mics on a Solomon. I use a Solomon Low Freak on one speaker and a Blue Encore 100i instrument mic on the other for when I'm recording bass for tracks. And that's really about it. You know, I've got a Big Muff, you know, a deluxe Big Muff Pi for a you know bass distortion DI, and I've got a Bassballs, you know, pedal, you know, one or two other bass pedals that I used on a you know for a pedal board that I had for when I was actually playing bass in a classic rock cover band several years back. But you know, beyond that, most of those pedals collected dust for the last couple of years. So you know, basically, it's you know, anytime I'm playing bass, which is you know really isn't very often anyway, it's you know my BC Rich Eagle bass into my acoustic B450 combo, and that's it. So nothing fancy. My my Alan Chair says my pillow says hello from Kansas City. Sounds like Alan might be going to bed soon here too. Wally in the box says I just popped in to say hello. What's up, Wally? Uh, mm, Original Electric Mistress. That's a great pedal. I like the Electric Mistress. I actually don't have one of those. Will there be any video from the trade? Peter D. Bad says, will there be any video from the trade show down the road? You know, I meant to bring a camera with me to that thing, and as we were walking in the door, you know, and it was like an hour away from where I live, so it wasn't a close drive. But as we were walking in the door right after we got in there, that's when I looked at my wife and I said, you know, I totally forgot to bring a camera with me because I wanted to record some of the stuff. And you know, I had a guitar to bring with me, an amp to bring with me, and you know, a couple of other things that I needed to grab, and I totally spaced bringing a video camera with me to record it with. So you know, and ironically, there wasn't really, you know, I mean, there was people there that I knew, but anybody else beyond that, you know, there wasn't anybody that recognized me strictly from YouTube, you know, which is okay. But yeah, so no, I didn't think to bring a video camera or take any pictures or anything. So unfortunately, there won't be a video on the trade show. So you know, I'll have to keep that in my back pocket. There's another one I'm going to in July. That I will definitely make note and get some coverage of that one so you guys can check it out. Hmm. Yes, it was awesome to see Tiger win. Thank God the Masters. Oh, Park, you live down there in that area? I thought you were in Carolina somewhere. The Masters is in Georgia. So, I've been in the garage all day working my Honda Accord beater car. Needed a new air filter. I think you guys are just talking amongst yourselves here. With price not an issue, are you at all interested in what Alan says? With price not an issue, are you at all interested in what David Gilmour is auctioning? What is your pick? I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of his, a lot of it actually. I think there's actually even a virtual tour, of everything that he's auctioning off. But yeah, I mean, I like David Gilmour as much as the next guy. Great guitar player. Nobody can deny what he has done in the music industry. But you know, I mean, artist-owned instruments. I mean, they're great, but I mean, if I owned something like that, I mean, it'd be worth a freaking fortune, and I'd be scared to use it for anything. Um, it'd be one thing if David Gilmour or somebody like that said, here, I want you to have this, but to buy it at an auction, you know, yeah, the value goes up, but I don't know. Like I'd be scared to use it. So, and he's primarily known for playing Strats. That Strats are great, but hmm. So, let's see. Give me a moment to get caught up here in the chat, folks. CC Clark Guitars. Can I find anything? Thomas Veillon? Veillon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but welcome. So he's asking anyone here of CC Clark Guitars. I cannot seem to find anything online. Never heard of them. I know nothing about them, unfortunately. Hmm. The 40th anniversary ML made in Korea. Hmm. To enjoy them. So yeah, we went down there together, and she actually wanted to go, which was shocking. But she actually really wanted to go, and she enjoyed herself. She even surprised me today, and apparently she's been married to me longer than I thought, and she somebody we were talking with, Jackson Guitars came up, and she actually mentioned Grover Jackson, and I looked at her with one of those because I couldn't believe that she even knew who Grover Jackson was, but she did. She has surprised me once again. Let's see. Why is the picture so terrible on my camera? Because that camera sucks. That's why. Let's see. Dave's R Guitars has joined us this evening. How are you, Dave? Uh, Brian Cote has joined us. Was the show busy? Cowtown Customs says, was the show busy? Back problems kept me away. It was moderately. It's not like it wasn't to the point you couldn't turn around. or anything. But I mean, there was a lot of people there. You know, I recognized a lot of them from my GC days. But you know, it was, yeah, it was pretty busy. Kind of went and came and went in waves, if you will. So you know, I was able to accomplish. I had an amp that belonged to a friend of mine. You guys might remember that Laney AOR Series 2 112 combo, the 30-watt 112 combo that I demoed like last summer. That belonged to a buddy of mine, and I've been trying to sell that thing for him ever since then. And you know, that amp is real hard to sell because everybody wants the heads. Nobody wants the combo. Certainly not the 30-watt combo. But you know, another buddy of mine down there. Actually, all three of us happen. All three of us happen to know each other. But he was down there looking for you know, his first guitar, and so I was able to help him find. He really, really wanted an SG, so we found him a really nice SG, and SG special in a really rare blue color that I'd never seen it in that color actually. But he was able to walk away with that, and you know, he also ended up buying the Laney combo that I had. You know, he's a big Sabbath Tony Iommi fan, so he now has himself a brand new Tony Iommi rig from start to finish. So that was pretty cool to get to help out with that. So, but I didn't get to sell. Nobody wanted the guitar that I had because nobody knows what a Vester Concert 2 is. Too obscure for anybody to be willing to pay any money for it, other than me apparently. So, but you know, for those of you that are just joining us, I did manage to walk away with this. So, a MXR dime distortion pedal. So there will be a demo coming on that soon. Even though that's like far from a new pedal, and you know, they've been out forever. Dave says, I rescued my 6th Gibbo yesterday. It's on its way to its new home. Awesome, dude. Did you get another Les Paul? Let's see. Les Paul BFG. I like the BFGs. Fender, including Gibson's acoustic hot stuff. GC's blowing out the BFRs right now. Okay. I like the old BFRs, so the original run, or not the BFGs. They, you know, they're out in like the mid 2000s, I think, thereabouts. I think they had a, I can't remember what the bridge pickup was, but they had, you know, had a P90 in the neck. So. Burstbucker 3. In the original BFGs, really? I thought they had something better than that in them. Oh well. That's it. Yeah, it was a Dirty Fingers. That's right. That's right. I thought it was. I didn't think it was a Burstbucker 3. Let's see. Yeah. So, but one thing that I did notice today is the used gear market is a tough place right now, and there just are not people, you know, willing to take a chance on, you know, or even, you know, I encountered something I never encountered before with that Vester guitar. Usually I could find somebody at least make an offer on it, you know, and I wasn't, you know, expecting much. I was hoping to get like 400 out of it, but you know, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but you know, I couldn't so much. I even get an offer out of anybody from it just because nobody's familiar with it. You know, that shocked me. You know, when I was at the store and, you know, buying and selling, trading, all that kind of stuff, you know, even if I couldn't find any info, you know, I'd at least take a shot in the dark, you know, try to make it as safe as possible. But, and even nobody was willing to do that with me today. So, Uh, yeah, I don't know. I've noticed that it seems to be getting a little harder to find good deals on the used market. At least compared to what it once was. Uh, but not as easy as not. Yeah. So I'm reading and talking at the same time, and apparently I can't do both. So yeah, well, what do you do? Mm, where is that? Hmm. That seems to only be coming out. I'm gonna try something real quick. Maybe not. Hmm. Weird. Oh well. RJ the Mad One has joined us. Winning $1 million would be good. That it would. I could do a lot with $1 million. No, Dave, I think you are correct. The original BFGs, I believe, did have dirty fingers. It seemed like either dirty fingers or maybe maybe a 500T. But I'm pretty sure it was a dirty fingers. Injector says, "I think I need a metal muff." No, go nuts, dude. Let's see. I'd probably get it also. Yeah. Hey, to each their own. I'm not telling anybody else not to buy that pedal. The only thing that video described was why I hate it. And of course, it was also there to piss off the metal muff junkies and and fanatics that are out there all over the place. mm. I still get comments on that video, the Fuzz Factory video, almost daily. Of people, losing their minds over my opinion of the metal muff and the Fuzz Factory. Oh, it's hilarious. Park says I used my metal muff as a boost with a gain on zero. I mean, what? When to use a distortion pedal with a gain on zero as a boost pedal, I mean that just seems like such a waste. Um, you know, like, why at that point for me anyway, why am I not just using a boost pedal? So. Mm, what flavor am I vaping? I am just trying this Cloud Nerds grape apple ice. It's like a grape apple menthol kind of thing. So just trying it for the first time. This is this e-cig actually I just got. I bought it as a backup because my trusty old black one, this one that I had for like 3 years, died on me. The plus button finally kept sticking and kept getting cranked all the way up every time, and I couldn't use it anymore. So that one died, and I did actually find there's one place I found out there on the internet that still has them, and was able to find another one. But I decided just in case that happens, I should have a updated backup, which is why I bought this, and I've just kind of been leaving it here at my desk for vaping at desk purposes. And yeah, so the device itself, for that purpose, it's okay, but it's probably not something I'm going to use all the time. But I do like the flavor. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. You too, Dave. Yeah. So, YouTube used to have a thing for I'm surfing my YouTube dashboard here at the moment. Load or no ads due to content identified as not. Okay, that's freaking weird. That's why. Yeah, YouTube is already telling me that the content in this very video is not suitable for most advertisers. Awesome. Usually there's another button there that I can click to insert ads throughout. Not necessarily in front of you guys, but for the for people to want to go back and watch the rerun, if you will. And oftentimes that's how I'm able to monetize these live shows. But that one is missing on this particular video for some reason, and can't figure out why it's telling me that it's not suitable for ads, unless it has to do with my unless it has to do with my Dustin Johnson comment on the bottom of the page, which could very well be it. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Dave says, "What content do you have that isn't suitable?" That is, I couldn't agree with you more. All right, back to the topic at hand. Okay, that was the ESPN app on my phone blowing up. I just want to make sure it didn't have something to do with my Sharks. Robert Ainsworth says Kramer guitars rock. I don't disagree with you, and apparently they are getting ready to relaunch very, very soon their the new USA line. Apparently they're relaunching the brand altogether. I mean, the brand's been back for several years, but here just this year, I think the current line of imports have been a huge improvement over what they had been in years past. And matter of fact, Aljon Go, who is the he's the one of the product special. Well, he's the senior product specialist for now, I believe, Epiphone and all the other guitar brands they have. And he announced on Facebook here in the last day or so that they are going to be, official global launch of the new brand and the new USA line very, very shortly. So, let's see, Ron Limber, Dwight Bailey have joined the party here. Janice has got to go. Have a good evening, Janice. Robert Dean from Neptune, New Jersey. I don't know if it's in New Jersey, but it very well may be. I don't know. I'm not sure of all the details of it. I just happened to see an announcement from a post from Aljon on Facebook here a day or two ago, and he was talking about it. They have one model I think called the 84, which is I think is basically looks to me like a Focus reissue, because it looks dangerously close to my 84 Focus. So, which I think is what they're going for. Kramer Night Swan with the lightning paint job would be awesome. It would, but I don't know if they're going to revive that one. I'm sure they probably sell them, but the question is going to be for number one, how much, and how many. So, but if they market and announce it right, do it like a limited run of like 300 or 400, yeah, they'll, I imagine they probably make a killing on them. I don't know. I'm excited. The current line of imports actually appear to be really, really decent guitars. Actually, really, really good guitars actually, from what I've heard. So as opposed to the last, if you guys remember when they first, brought back Kramer, a few, 4, 5, 6 years ago or whatever it was, and they were all garbage, just horribly constructed guitars. Apparently they. That was a big focus that needs to be, they decided needs to be fixed right away. And that's what they've done. So, yeah, I would like to see I don't know, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of Kramers I'd like to see. So, remember they had, you guys remember that real weird, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was a weird spaceship looking thing. There was a used one, there was one up on Reverb here about a year or so ago, that was, they were really, really rare. Pardon me. But, they're really rare. I don't think they made very many of them. They were just, it's kind of one of those guitars that, people look at and say, wow, that's really, really cool, or, God, that's the most hideous thing I've ever seen. It was one of those. So, I am definitely curious to, I don't know if they're going to bring back anything like that. A lot of that's also going to depend on, if they're able, who's actually building them. So, a red SM1 with Seymour Duncan's has my name all over it. It says Dave R's Guitars. Which one was the SM1? Oh, that was like the thinner bodied one. Like the, ish. Man, that's sharp. That might be I'm looking at pictures of a Reverb listing. That might be an original though. Maybe not. HSS configuration, active EMGs. That was the neck through one, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that. That's a Toman listing. Okay, I think that's a new one. There's another one that's a Reverb listing, so that's probably an old one. There's another one on here that looks like a brand new stock photo. Wow, that's sharp. That is sharp. Okay, yep, Dave, you are right. I will be in line right behind you for one of those. Yeah, I did see an aluminum, a old Kramer bass with an aluminum neck today. Yep. Wow, awesome. and the TV behind me is going nuts as Tiger just won his first Masters in 14 years. So, try a few less Pauls this weekend. R7, R8, R9, Yep, R9s are pretty awesome, man. Depending on which one you got or which one you played, but yeah, they are great. Alrighty. Well, like I said, this was very much an impromptu live stream, and I have promised Mrs. Jackson that I would not be on any later than 10 o'clock my time, which is exactly what time it is right now. So I am going to jump off of here. For those of you that came on to hang out for a little while, thank you so much for doing so. I always enjoy doing this with you. Sorry, this was kind of a late evening impromptu spur of the moment kind of thing, but you know, like I said, I always enjoy hanging out with you guys, and you know, always enjoy answering questions and, you know, see what you guys are kicking around. So anyway, thanks for joining, and I will see you guys very, very shortly. Take care.